Colombians care about many issues surrounding our country, but most of the times we forget to worry, be concerned, and do something for the truly great problem that has our country, such as the Colombian conflict. The armed conflict in Colombia has been a complex one. It started with the civil conflict between followers of the liberal and conservative party taking place in the countryside from 1946 on. It could be argued that it started even before with the 1,000 Days War, but opinions differ. This conflict was followed by the violent reaction to the students' protests in 1948 against the structural violence of the Colombian oligarchy and the racial and class division in society known as la violencia, leading to the formation of both the first guerrilla movement and the second paramilitary groups.
So now I'm going to talk about the main causes of the Colombian conflict. One of the main reasons for this to happen has to do with the territory dispossession, where more than 8 million hectares were taken. What happens is that peasants started organizing illegal groups. Because of the inequalities, the word, the social forgetfulness, they wanted to fight against the public institutions which didn't support the weakest ones. By this, the FARC movement emerged as a self-defense organization in 1964. Another cause that we can find is that yet there's no democracy in the peripheries. We still think that the world is not ours. We do not recognize ourselves as members of the same nation, so we don't belong to the same state. States should be equal everywhere, in every part of the country.
For over 50 years, hundreds of thousands of people have died in Colombia's conflict since it began. Of those victims are social leaders, political activists, indigenous communities, children, soldiers, peasants, missing people, landmine victims, and more than 3 million have fled the violence, making Colombia home to the second displaced population in the world.
In Colombian civic conflict, we can find two different kinds of actors: the active people and the passive people. In active people, we can find the armed groups. In armed groups, we can find the paramilitarisms, the guerrillas, the ELN, and the FARC. The another group that we can find in active people are the people to try to keep safe the Colombian people. And we can find the army and the government.
And the passive people that we find are rural people, the citizens, and the native people. In most cases, they died in crossfire or by bombs.
Looking at the history of Colombian civic conflict, violence and criminality have become lucrative businesses in Colombia, and many actors benefit from the country's low intensity warfare and the lack of a state present in the part of the country. The Colombian conflict is a labyrinth that has become more and more intricate over time. The best approach to solving the conflict will include all the actors among the guerrillas, the paramilitaries, and the political establishment in the future peace process. Somewhat ironically, the one thing all the actors agree on is that such an approach is not possible.